Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? We have much to talk about today. I am live. I don't know if you saw the news over the last, say, 30 minutes or so, but I have a few things to share with you that are going to make your weekend really interesting, to say the least. Everybody's rather interesting. I'm thinking worldwide, actually. Can have a lot to talk about. I'll get to that in a minute. Hope you like. Hey, I kind of like that Seder thing in the beginning part. Did you check that out? With that music with the violin, that was really cool. That was great Seder. Hey, don't forget, okay, this is live, so send in your questions and your comments. I promise I'm going to get to them today. I really am. And before we get going, just so you know, I'm not sure if you've seen this. I'll get to it a little bit later in the program. What Elon Musk said like just a few minutes ago. Something about Jeffrey Epstein. Oh boy. Oh boy, let the fireworks begin. So we have a lot to talk about. Okay, I do believe that we've got to be faithful and not hypocritical. So, hey, we would call Joe Biden out and Kamala Harris and what's his name, Obama out. We've got to be faithful to do the same with Trump. I'm just saying, don't you think? We should be, and remember, we are equal opportunity offenders. It's just like you just call it. And when you call people out, they get so offended. Listen, get ready to be offended, because there are a lot of people going to get offended today. But we're going to get to it. We're going to get to the Epstein and the Trump thing, and Elon Musk. We're going to get to it all in just a minute. Jesus 1:1 said, I knew it had to be good with how Tom started today's program. Woo! It's going to be, let me tell you, it's going to be rock and roll. So let's just start here. We will get to Elon, Trump, and Epstein in a few minutes, because I do believe things are going to get really wild from here on out. Come quickly, Lord Jesus, please. But remember, we are equal opportunity offenders. Right? Hey, by the way, we got our brand new You Can't Make This Up shirts in. They just arrived yesterday. So if you were in Seattle, we ran out, so we didn't have any up there. We just got them in. So, hey, they are available. We also got in our new shipment of You Can't Make This Up hats. And, of course, we always have the You Can't Make This Up mugs. So all these things, they're now available. They're in the Hope for Our Time store, and we'll be in Phoenix this weekend, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Going to be an exciting time out there in Phoenix, Arizona. But right now, a quick reminder, if you live in Idaho, in the Treasure Valley area, I've been talking about a 412 church in Idaho. So it's now getting ready to be launched. But there's an information meeting coming. If you're in the Treasure Valley area, go to 412idaho.com. That's it, 412. Those numbers, 412idaho.com. Right on the front, it'll say, click here for informational meeting. It'll give you details where to go. You can also, it has a contact, an email. You can send them an email. I am not going to be leading that church, just so you know. Pastor Tim Thompson is. And so check it out. You're in Treasure Valley. Go 412idaho.com. Real simple website. We'll pull it up here for you in a few minutes too. Pat Cox says, where will the Antichrist operating base be in the tribulation? Tell you, Pat, I'm going to come back to that, because right now, let's get to some of the stories that everybody wants first. And then Pat Cox, I promise I will get back to that. Okay, check this out. We're just going to start off with a little bit of humor, because I can't figure out what this guy's thinking of. Check out the shopping cart guy, right? He's at a grocery store. Look at this video. It's real short. Okay, here's this guy. He's getting the shopping cart out. Hello, why don't you just roll it out like a human, normal human? What is this guy doing? I'd say he's drunk, but he's not falling over. So I'm thinking the guy's just an idiot. I know I'm not allowed to say idiot on here, so I didn't mean to call him an idiot or stupid idiot or anything. I mean, seriously, dude? Look at, if that's you and you're the one who did that and you just got offended, listen. What are you thinking? Why don't you just be like, just pull a shopping cart out? You got to lift it over? Anyways, whatever. Okay, here's one of my favorite all-time clips. This is the Three Stooges. It's I love the Three Stooges, right? Moe, Larry, Curly. Watch this clip because it really helps us to understand how money gets traded with government and how you don't get any and how stuff happens. Then we think of the Doge and Elon Musk exposed it all, and then all of a sudden we have this great big beautiful bill and all kinds of money and stuff. So check this out, Three Stooges, I thought very appropriate for today. Watch this.
Speaking of money, how about the $20 you owe me?
Oh, yeah? Well, I only got 10, so here's 10 and I owe you 10.
Thanks.
Hey, Mo, you owe me 20.
Well, here's 10 and I'll owe you 10.
You owe me 20. Here's 10, I owe you 10. Here's the 10 I owe you.
Here's the 10 I owe you.
Here's the 10 I owe you. Good, now we're all even.
That is great. If you didn't catch it, listen, rewind it and watch it again. Not right now. I mean, after we're done, right? But I mean, that is just absolutely hilarious. One of my favorites. All right, check this out. This is pretty cool. And again, I promise you, we'll get to Elon Musk, Jeffrey Epstein, and Donald Trump. We're going to get there in a few minutes, but I got a few more things to go through first. Check this out. Bank of America. This is hilarious. B of A wrongfully foreclosed on a couple who subsequently sued and won a judgment for $2,500 in legal expenses. When B of A failed to pay the couple, they arrived at the bank with a moving company, 2 sheriff's deputies, and a writ that authorized them to begin seizing furniture and cash. Folks, this is hilarious. This happened actually in 2011. And this couple had bought this property with cash. They didn't owe anything. They didn't owe B of A. Somehow B of A decided to start a foreclosure. Listen, before I was a pastor, go back about 30 years, I worked at what's known as Title Insurance Corporation. It was here in the United States, here in California. And this kind of insane stuff I used to deal with all the time, trying to keep crooks, keep frauds from happening, forgeries, stuff like this, dealing with foreclosures. In this case, B of A foreclosing on the guy. He has to take B of A. He never owed B of A anything. B of A didn't own the house. He didn't even have a loan with B of A. He paid cash for his house. B of A says we're foreclosing. They actually went through the foreclosure process. This is nuts. He had to take B of A to court. So B of A wouldn't pay the guy $2,500 in legal fees. I mean, how cheap is that? At this 2011, imagine how much worse it is now. Okay, so they wouldn't pay him. So he takes them to court. They don't pay him. And he goes before a judge. He says, hey, they won't pay me the $2,500 that you said they owe us. So he got the opportunity, the writ. He was able to go with sheriff's deputies to the B of A branch, and they started taking out furniture from their lobby. I think that is fantastic. Taking out the B of A furniture legally because they were too cheap to give $2,500 that they owed, and they already tried to foreclose on the guy. That is so cool. So then the manager said, we have a problem. Guess what? The guy got his $2,500. Still, I mean, the absurdity of this, nevertheless, I thought you guys just need to know that because, listen, you know, they say the truth is stranger than fiction. You can't make this up. This actually happened. You're thinking, how could this happen? Because a bunch of crazy stuff. Okay, check this out. You know what Whimo is? It's a self-driving car. Okay, watch this video. I'll describe what's going on here. Check this out. So as you see this, so this guy, he goes through this. He orders a self-driving taxi. So there it is. You see it's coming up. I like that. Hope it doesn't crash. So he can't get in. Watch what happens here. He can't get in because he's basically doing something wrong. He's got to get it squared away. He'll get in a minute. Just bear with him for a minute. He'll figure it out. He's going to get in the car. It'll open up. He has to give all the right codes and all that kind of stuff. He'll finally get in. It's taking him forever. Oh my goodness. Nevertheless, it's really cool when you watch this. Oh, that's right. So it's got to pull up to the side of the road because he can't get in the middle of the street. It's going to pull up, it's going to pull in, and then he's going to be able to get inside. So this has no driver. This car is driverless. Okay, now the guy's going to be able to get in the car. Now this guy's driving through, I think it's San Francisco is where he is. Lisa D says, we love messing with the Whimo cars here in San Francisco. I guess it is San Francisco. I look at that and I'm thinking, okay, this is me. I'm thinking, friends, so as you continue to watch this video, I'm going to keep talking. Start the ride. He's got his destination where he wants to go. In this case, he's going to Chinatown. So I was speaking at a prophecy conference in 2018, 7 years ago. And I said, the day is coming when, look at it, no driver. Is that cool? That's crazy. I said, the day is coming when you'll be in a car during the time of the tribulation, the mark of the beast time, and you're going to be someone who's not submitting to the mark of the beast. You'll be in a car, and you're going to be flagged as a dangerous individual. I said, this is what's going to happen. Your car is going to pull you over. It's going to lock you in. You won't be able to get out until the authorities come and get you to arrest you. And this guy comes up to me afterwards. He said he's from the tech world. He says, that's never going to happen, blah, 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 blah. So that was 7 years ago I said it at a prophecy conference. I said, yes, it is going to happen. And you look at this, friends, we've arrived there. You get in one of those, I'm thinking, hey, this is great. You don't have you don't have some you don't have a driver you have to talk to that you don't even know. These things don't even have any drivers. And then it takes you there, takes you to your destination, drops you off, finds this is crazy too, as I don't know how much of this video we're gonna get through, but this car comes up on pedestrians. It's gonna come up on some real bad traffic if we have enough time to get there. It'll come up on everything. We'll see if we can watch this much longer. I don't want you guys to have to sit through this too long, but this is really wild. It makes turns correctly. It waits for other vehicles. It's going to maneuver through this truck. You see this truck coming up here? Watch this. What would you do? Oh no, if that was my wife, she'd be screaming at me if I was doing that right there. But so you check this out. So this guy, it goes, watch how it obeys everything. Friends, this is just the beginning. This is like test ground around the streets of San Francisco. Remember the Streets of San Francisco, that TV program with Carl Malden? Some of you are as old as me, you remember that. So check this out. This is wild. All these people out here. It's stopping, it's obeying all the laws. Oh, is it gonna run these people over? Let's see what happens. Like that. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? Still waiting. And listen, it tracks them all the different people. This is wild. Look at that. It's tracking everything, reading it. Even got the guy on the bicycle, the whole bit. Friends, this is wild. Okay, okay, let's just get through one turn here, and then we're going to be beyond. Okay, so we're back. I mean, I look at this and think, man, everybody, this is just wild when you start seeing these things. This is where technology is. Unbelievable to see all this different stuff going on. Okay, let's just blow up everything right now. What do you say? What have I announced? I think I announced everything. I mentioned, listen, I still have several more things we got to get to. Might as well just do this. Let the fireworks begin. Bobby Munt, will it say it's going to be great on my tombstone? I hope not. I hope I'm raptured. Gotcha. You didn't think I would say that, did you? I did. So there. Hey, don't forget the coffee mugs. We got some more in. You can't make this up. And the hats and the shirt. Okay, let's see. This person, Eager. IGR 2579, Pastor Tom, you don't have to call anyone an idiot when you know the ID 10T code. Okay. They're an ID 10T. That sounds like something John Haller would say. What does he say, the CO19er? Something like that. Okay. Pat Cox, where will the Antichrist operating base be in the tribulation period? That is an excellent question. So some will say it's in Rome. I say it's going to be two different places that I believe you can identify as Babylon. So some say, well, Babylon is actually going to be in Rome. I believe Babylon is coming back. In fact, I have some supporting articles. Maybe I'll do a information thing on that next week for you guys regarding the rebuilding of Babylon. This is really wild with ports and everything that will reach the ancient Babylon. This stuff is actually already in the plans and already starting to come about. And people have said there's no ports or anything like that near there. All right, we'll work through that. But Babylon, but we do know the second half of the tribulation, he's going to pitch his tents in the beautiful city. I think it's Daniel chapter 11 is where you see that. So that's talking about the area of Jerusalem. the beautiful land, excuse me, the area of Israel. So it appears to me at the time that he goes and he installs himself as God in the temple of God, demands to be worshipped as God, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. He has established his home, his base in Israel, the beautiful land at that time. But prior to that, I'm thinking it's going to be in Babylon, the original area of Babylon. And some people get really upset about that, me saying, I believe Babylon is coming back. James Cadiz does. Dr. Andy Woods does. I believe that. Don Stewart does. I could list several others. Others say you're crazy. It's New York City. Others say you're crazy. It's Rome. Remember, there's a Antichrist and a false prophet, right? Two different things. Let's say Antichrist, let's say false prophet comes out of Rome. Where would the Antichrist actually have his headquarters? Maybe Rome. It could be Rome. But I still believe Babylon is going to be located in the ancient area of Babylon. Various reasons. One is everywhere it mentions Babylon, if it wasn't going to be in Babylon, if Babylon wasn't going to come back in the last days, then I'm thinking you would see things like it'll be another Babylon. When it talks about Revelation chapter 17, Mystery Babylon, that's not what that's, there's a spiritual dynamic of Babylon in Revelation 17. Revelation 18 is clearly a physical city, and it is called Babylon. It's a physical city. So Revelation 17, this whole mystery Babylon dynamic is speaking of this, the fact that it has been here since the beginning, the spiritual dynamic. The gods, the pagan gods that were always worshipped, going all the way back to the time of Babel. You fast forward that through history to Babylon, all the way through history, all the way up to today. These gods are still, they're demonic. They're still here. In fact, this weekend, this Saturday in Phoenix, Arizona, my message on Saturday is going to be the return of Janus and Jambres. Remember Janus and Jambres? The two magicians who really had, I believe, demonic beings working within them at the time of Pharaoh, when Moses and Aaron went before Pharaoh and they threw down their staffs and they become snakes, but Moses' staff swallowed up theirs. So it's the return of Janus and Jambres. We are seeing the return of the gods, that being the words of Jonathan Cahn, but we are seeing that. So when I look at Babylon, listen, in the mystery Babylon, Revelation chapter 17, it's been here since the beginning. It's the spiritual dynamic that's taking place. That the beast rides this, the woman who rides the beast, right? So it appears in the beginning this whore of Babylon is in control. No, the beast, the Antichrist, takes control. The 10 kings, they destroy that religious system because no one is going to be allowed to be worshipped except Antichrist himself. So after Antichrist and the 10 kings use the religious system to achieve their power in their global system and install their king, the Antichrist, then they're going to destroy that religious system, that mystery Babylon that's been here since the beginning. Get to chapter 18 of Babylon. It is a physical city, Babylon, at that time. And I believe it is speaking of the actual area of ancient Babylon. That's where I believe it's going to be. Nevertheless, where will Antichrist be operating from? We can tell from Daniel chapter 11, during the second half of the tribulation, he's moving his tent to the beautiful land. Pookie says, Tommy, what the heck happened to Greta Thunberg headed to Gaza? Then all of a sudden they got doxxed by a drone and then threw them off course. Silence on the boat. How dare them? Listen, Pookie, I know Greta Thunberg was going to go and show the whole world how bad those people in Israel were. And then she was threatened with arrest. I'm sure you guys saw that. Listen, Greta Iceberg is just nuts, right? She's an evil woman. Her doctrine is the doctrine of pagan gods, these demonic creatures who worship the creation rather than the creator. She's out there promoting all this climate stuff. And of course, I don't know if you saw this, Pookie, but Israel is now being blamed for bringing massive climate change to the planet because of the war in Gaza. I mean, the whole thing is just absolutely nuts. It's absolutely insane. But Greta Thunberg or Stoneberg or Iceberg or whatever her name is, gosh, man, wouldn't it be nice if she would just go away? Just go away. Unbelievable. People use her because she's usable. She's now become the face of crazy Marxists everywhere. Join the redeemed. Does the Bible say the time will speed up in the end times? The Bible does tell us that. We know Paul says, as labor pains upon a pregnant woman, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, Jesus uses the term beginning of sorrows, which is sorrows of physical birth. So we know with birth pangs, it's talking about women, no matter what our crazy culture says now, men can't get pregnant. But birth pangs, they increase in frequency and intensity the closer you get to having the baby. The real key, I believe, is in Revelation chapter 1, where the angel tells John, I will show you things which must shortly take place. The word shortly comes from the Greek word tacos, not the Mexican word tacos, like carnitas, stuff like that. Not those kind of tacos. But if we get our English word tachometer, it teaches us that as you get to, once the end time events start to unfold, they will start to unfold super, super fast. Once they come, baby, whoosh, they're just going. So if we think back, I'll do this as quick as I can because I have more to get to here. If you think back, go back 1900 years. Jerusalem's been destroyed. 135 AD, Hadrian really crushes it. 1948, we have the official recognition of Jerusalem again. Isaiah chapter 11, they'll be brought back a second time. Okay, so we have that, right? So that becomes official in 1948. No matter how many people say this isn't of the Lord, that's just absolute nonsense, right? Okay, nevertheless, Israel's a nation again in 1948. All kinds of things have happened. 1948 was also the same year that the transistor was invented that developed into our silicon chips. Think of chips for computers. That's right, 1948. Is that a coincidence? Anyways, you look at, if you were to go back to signs, let's say 500 AD, not much happening. Jerusalem's not a city. Israel's not again. And then you go 1000 AD. Then you go 1500 AD. Then you hit 1900. You hit the Balfour Declaration, World War I. You hit World War II. You have Theodore Herzl earlier than that with the Zionist movement. You have Ben Yehuda who comes along to bring back the Hebrew language. So all of these things started late 1800s, and then it started 1948. Things started to really spring up super fast, and then 1967 they have Jerusalem again. So if you go back 2,000 years of history, you have almost nothing. And then all of a sudden around 1900, things started to show up, to the point where they start happening faster and faster and faster. Then technology, it's not a coincidence that right now we have all of the technology that's necessary for the mark of the beast. Israel's a nation again. Jerusalem has the attention of the world. But going back to your question, does it mean they're going to happen faster and faster? Yes, it does. That's exactly what the Bible teaches in Revelation chapter 1. These things, once they start to unfold, super, super fast. And there's not going to be a do-over. There's not going to be a pause button, right? The Bible doesn't teach all of a sudden as we see the events start to take place, somebody hits the pause button and says, wait a minute, let's hold off for another 50 years. That's not what the Bible teaches. The Bible teaches just the opposite. Once these things start to unfold, baby, you better put on your seatbelt and hold on because you are in for a ride. And are we in for a ride? I mean, you look at the stuff going on with AI. I have a program coming tonight with Lee Brainerd on his channel where we're going to talk about Palantir, and all of the databases are coming together under Palantir right now. All of the databases with the thought that this will close our borders. We won't have nefarious people anymore. We'll be able to deal with criminals. We'll be able to deal with drug trafficking. We'll be able to deal with child trafficking. We'll be able to deal with all these things because Palantir will have all the databases combined. If you think back over the past several years, databases didn't work together, right? Think of the health industry. Didn't do so good at talking. This health company and that health company didn't really talk to each other, right? But now, if you start thinking of it, when you get all of them under one umbrella, how fast you start looking at how fast everything is coming together. while the attention is on the nation of Israel, and more specifically, Jerusalem. Jerusalem is going to become the talk more and more. But this is why, going back to your question, why we wake up in the morning, we go, I can't believe what happened last night while I was sleeping. You look at what the whole Trump thing. Oh, we got to get to that, don't we? Did I get to that yet? Oh, I haven't even gotten to it yet. Okay. See, things happening faster and faster. It's going to happen. There's not going to be a pause button. The Bible doesn't teach that. It teaches once it starts to unfold, baby, you better put on your seatbelt. This is why Jesus said when these things begin to take place, look up and lift up your head because your redemption draws near. Okay. Am I talking fast? I think I am. All right. Elon Musk, Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, this has all been with just the last little while. Seriously, check this out. Again, I'm an equal opportunity offender, right? Let's roll this. This is what we're dealing with. So look at upper left-hand corner. This is from Musk on X. He sends this out. Had 31 million views a little while ago, a few hours ago. Time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, comma, DJT, exclamation mark. Okay. All right. Some of you are so mad at me right now. Listen, I'm just saying this stuff. Listen. I'm looking at this going, what? Okay, then look at this. This is from Newsmax. Define L posts. Newsmax host says he thinks Trump might be working in tandem with Elon here to tank his own bill in a 4D chess move. Okay, now that's the part you can't make up. Folks, you cannot make this up. This is not a 4D chess move. We would be really good to stop with the Q stuff going on at this point. Didn't we all get and speaking of Q stuff, remember RFK Jr. was going to fix all the stuff? Didn't something just get approved? Whoop, whoop, a new one that I'm not allowed to talk about again? I mean, listen, stop with the Q stuff. It's not 4D chess, not 5D chess. I know some of you right now, your heads are spinning. You're saying, I'm canceling you. I'm never going to listen to you again. You're evil. You're a heretic. You're going to hell. Listen, I'm just presenting facts. This is stuff that's out there, and we would be wise to stop with this stuff. Here's what's happening. Let me set a very real picture for what in the world is going on, because we got to get it, right? So if we go back to November 1st of 2024, before the election, half of America was calling out everything from databases and tracking of all different ways and money being spent. We were calling out everything, World Economic Forum, World Health Organization, calling out everything, right? And saying the Kamala and Tampon Tim administration was going to bring this. No doubt. They were evil, wholesale on abortion, everything. We can see the wickedness. Stop it. So stop. Trump comes in. This is what's happened. A lot of people on the right now that are being exposed to being anti-Semitic, all right, that's actually happened before 2024. October 2023, that started coming, okay. Nevertheless, what's happened on the right is people are not calling out anything. Not saying this Palantir database thing, what's really going on here, what's really going on there, people are not paying any attention. You're looking at it going, hey, listen, all of a sudden, listen, the people on the left are still doing the same thing they were before. Look at Trump's big hair. Look at Orange Man. That's all they can ever say, right? On the right, people are saying, shut up and stop talking about these things, Pastor Tom. How dare you say that? Listen, I'm just bringing out what's out there. And realize Jesus said in Luke chapter 12, verse, I think it's 39 or 40, behold, your master comes at an hour when you least expect it. People on the right and people on the left are saying, we don't want to hear about any of this. We don't want to hear about the Bible prophecy. We don't want to hear about any of it. It's only a few small voices like ours. They're saying, hey, look what's going on behind the curtain. There is a problem, right? Well, what you just saw on the screen, I'm telling you, I'm bringing that to your attention because I don't know which direction it's going to go, but I can tell you this much. It is going to blow up. It is going to blow up over the next few hours. going to blow up. It's going to be everywhere. We, my friends, I'm telling you, go back to earlier, put on your seatbelt and hold on, because we are in for a ride. Okay. You know what? I have a lot more stuff to get through. This has been 30 minutes. I think we're going to, let's take a few more questions, and then I'm going to get to the tip of the week, because I think I just totally ticked off a whole lot of people. Did y'all go away? No more questions or comments? How many people did I offend? Hey, you like my hat? You like my shirt? That's it? Everybody's gone? You've left me? All right. No more comments, no more questions. Listen, we just got to present the facts the way we see them, the thing that comes out there, what's going on between Elon and Trump. We may never know, but everybody's talking about cheeseburgers? What? Cheeseburgers. All right, that's enough. My time's up then. Okay, let's get the tip of the week. You ready for the tip of the week? Let's not talk about cheeseburgers. Let's talk about tacos for the tip of the week. Here it is. You can't make everyone happy. You're not tacos. Ain't that the truth? God bless you guys. Wow, join me today for news. I'm not going to talk about the Trump and Elon thing on the news today. We got a lot of, that thing's just going to be blowing up like crazy over the next few hours, over the next few days. What a world we live in. Remember this, or in fact, I'll read it to you. Luke chapter 12, Jesus said, beginning in verse 35. Where's my Billy Crone jacket, says Frank Ebel? It's not on me today. Sorry, it's kind of hot in here today. So sorry. Next time. So in Luke chapter 12, Jesus teaches that there's, beginning in verse 35, there's a reward for those who are watching for his coming, your master's return, right? Blessed are you who, if you're watching the second watch and you're still watching the third watch, if he didn't come in the second and he still doesn't come until the third watch. The second watch would be 9 p.m. to midnight, third watch midnight to 3 a.m. You're thinking, man, Jesus, I wish he was coming 4 years ago. He hasn't been here yet. Is he going to come? He says, blessed are you if you're still watching. Third watch from midnight to 3 when it's really dark and you're starting to wonder. Everybody's starting to mock everything that you do. You talk about Jesus coming back. They don't want to hear it on the left anymore. They don't want to hear it on the right anymore because they got Paula White in the White House. There's a winner chicken dinner. Don't tell Billy Crone that one. You got Paula White now. We don't want to hear about Jesus. We don't want to hear about Bible prophecy stuff. Now Jesus says there's a reward for you. Blessed are you who are watching second watch, or if he doesn't come till the third watch. And then he says, for your master comes at an hour when you least expect it. You do not expect it. It's all of a sudden shifted in its place. We're not allowed to talk about it. Friends, we need to let people know. Let them know the truth. We just present the facts. Things are getting weird. Jesus is Savior. Elon Musk ain't Savior. Donald Trump ain't Savior. AOC is the devil. But Jesus is coming. So what do we got to do? Look up. Lift up our head because our redemption draws near. God bless you guys. See you in Arizona if you can make it. Okay. Oh, we have a Babylon Bee story. Oh, wait. Apparently got a Babylon Bee story before we close. What is it? Well, they got to find it. I'm just reading. 1 second, they said. 1 second's up. How am I going to talk? How am I have a lot more material to go through. One of them was Sesame Street Pride Month is paid for by taxpayers. I was going to talk about that, but I didn't have time to get into that. Also, I was going to warn you about when you travel to airports, watch out for what TSA is doing. Then this Iranian guy that kicked out the Palestinian supporters from his business. Still waiting for Babylon Bee to show up. Shall we just move on? Shall I let everybody go? All right, I'll tell you what. Let's just show this video from Iranian guy who, wait, Simone Ron, I like the shirt, not the hats? You don't like the hats? Oh, I'm so sad. I designed it myself. Not really. Hey, we like the shirts too. I'm a shirt guy myself. Okay, Iranian, and I like coffee mugs too. Iranian guy kicks out Palestinian supporters from his business. Can we at least show that since I'm still waiting for Babylon Bee thing?
Recording a video of
Yes, I am.
There's no problem with that. There
Because
is a
of the
law in this
hatta, because of the
restaurant.
because of
This
this.
is
You
a restaurant
you are
that
not
have
serving
rules.
me.
Not showing respect to the rules of the
Because of
restaurant.
the this hatta, you are not serving me. Really?
Please leave, sir. Please, you
Because
can
of this,
sir.
but I just wanted
Please
to,
leave.
because of this
Please
kufiyya,
leave.
you are not
Or
serving
I
me.
have
Really?
called the police right now.
Yeah?
No problem. I have called the police.
Really?
Yeah, I have called the
Okay.
police.
We don't want to cause any problem, but all in the community would know what you just did.
I'll make sure you go out of business. Don't worry.
I'm fine.
Call the police as much as you want. But I'm sure you're gonna go out of business. Definitely this.
We will wait for them outside.
We wait for them
wait
outside.
for them outside.
You can get out of my property.
Yeah, of course. We will wait. So we don't want to give you an excuse.
My property right now.
Okay.
You need to leave my property right now.
We'll leave it. Good luck.
Idiot. Seriously? I thought so. The way he asked, the way he talked, it was really. Good luck. I mean,
Definitely is going out of business, this guy.
Give out there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this Muslim protester against Israel, protest against America, tries to say this restaurant's going to go out of business. That's an Iranian who knows what happens when Islam moves in. He says, get out of my business, get out of here. I don't want you here. The name of that restaurant is Caspian. I'm not sure where that one was. I was told it was in Maryland, but I looked at both Caspian restaurants I could find in Maryland. Neither of them matched that sign. One of them was very close. Caspian Kebab, it looked like the red was the same. Anyways, if you guys know where that is, you live in that part of the world, hey, go there and give them your support. Let them know you saw that video and you want to make sure that they know that they're supported. Pookie says, Tommy, Curly Fries is independent. Curly Fries, I guess she has a book coming out, Pookie. Did you know that? And she said something like, I'm going to tell you what really happened to Joe Biden and how they offed him. Anyways, AOC is going to be president. Oh, Lord Jesus, come quickly. Please rapture us. Okay. All right, here's Babylon Bee. Let's see what the Babylon Bee is. The Babylon Bee, Trump torches Tesla dealership. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my. Oy vey. Okay. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. Wow. What a world. And I'm telling you, you better hold on. Get that seatbelt on, baby. Get the fridge out of the, get the ice cream out of the freezer, sit down and start eating it because you're going to need a lot of ice cream and a lot of popcorn because I have a feeling this weekend is going to be woo, and so is next week. Things are just getting started. Don't know what to say, but you can't make this up. God bless you guys.